Hello, hello. Today we're going live with the 6 principles of a leaner body. The 6 principles. What do you need to have about your leaner, absolutely body? Okay, so let's go. Gonna start one thing on Instagram though. I have a map and I am on YouTube. So you want to see the mind map? You can go just to YouTube and you just put Isadora Gama Fitness, Isadora Gama, and you're gonna be able to see that. Okay. So, and if you're in the Telegram group, why Isa? Why the Telegram group? Because this is a warm up for the masterclass that's going to happen when on Monday. This Monday, the August 22nd, is the first episode of the masterclass. So in the Telegram, I am going to send the entire mind map that I'm going to use, which is super, super, super cool. And I want to share that with you. Okay. So today we're going to talk about the 6 principles of behind a leaner body and why, hi, body, and why we're going to do this. Because I want to get you ready for the masterclass. Because by the time we get to the masterclass, I need you to understand few concepts. I need to understand a few details. Because once you get there, boom, you're going to be able to understand and follow everything. And that's what I'm passionate. And that's what I'm excited. And that's what I want to see. So if you want to see this live on YouTube, just put Isadora Gama on YouTube and you absolutely can find it because the mind map is going to be there. Okay. Yeah, me too, Mari. I'm so excited. Okay, so Mari, you can go to YouTube to see the mind map, and I'll put on the Telegram group as well. Okay, so I am going to share my screen on here. No, at the stream. Boom, right here, and look how cool. See, that's the mind map that I'm putting there. So if you want to see, that's gonna be awesome. Done. Let's go. Something got stuck. No, it's not. So when we talk about the leaner body, when you talk about looking lean and feel stronger for good, we're not talking about little strategy. We're talking about actually building that body. Isa, why a leaner body? Because it's the only way to you build a body that's going to burn extra fat, extra calories when at rest. So you can stop chasing the calories around and just instead of going to train just to burn the calories, you're actually going to tend to build something that is going to be sustainable. Does it make sense? Beautiful. Awesome. So we are on YouTube. If you want the mind map, be on the Telegram because I'm going to put it right there. So I broke down into 6 principles. Okay. The first one, the absolutely first one is make sure it's moving. Yeah, it's moving. It's good. We're good to go. It's believing that it's possible. So Isa, you tell me the first principle of building a leaner body, a body that burns extra fat, extra calories when I'm actually not working out, when I'm sitting and we're working, when I'm sleeping. Yes, the number one is it's actually believing. Isa, that's silly. It is. How many times you start something, especially a new diet, already thinking, oh, that's not going to work? How many times you started something, you're like, you don't fully trust, you don't fully jump right in. Okay, so the problem with starting things like that is, really, the problem with starting things like that is like, I want you to think about the power of the visualization. I make my girls, yes, in my coaching, I make my girls do vision boards because I want them to have that fire. I want them to be able to look and give it that little fire on it, okay, and inside their bellies. Because, and also the second one is here is the power of the environment. Imagine being in a group. Imagine being surrounded by people that support you, that cheer when you do things right, that support you when you're get out of the routine a little bit. Do you see the difference? So the idea, or it's the same thing of imagine being in a group that people don't support you. Imagine have all those friends around that is going to call you to go to a bar, is going to call you like, oh, look, let's have that dessert. It's okay. Right? But think about it. Once you are in a place, when you have the environment, and it's just the group, is a no, it's in your house as well. We're going to work all this where in the masterclass. I'm going to talk so much about this because I want you to imagine that you have the surroundings helping you. Your environment's going to be a big change. Deal? So, and I want you to teach the mentality is that, oh, it's not going to happen. Why? Why this is so important to break down? It's because think about this. I understand where you're coming from. I understand how confusing, especially fitness and health is in this internet of my God, right? Because once you start doing, when you start looking to one side and people are telling you to do one thing, and then you look to the other side and somebody else tell you to do something else, and it's so much more stress. It's so confusing. So that's why I want to come here and I break down the 6 principles for you. That was number 1. So principle number 2, it's be humble. Oh, Isa, what do you mean? You want me to go to the masterclass thinking like, oh, I'm humble. Check this out. I want you to quit that mentality that, oh, I already know. Because I am not coming here to tell you, oh, you need to exercise and eat little. I'm not saying that because it's not just that. Okay, that's the problem with the mentality that I already know, I'm already doing. That's the problem is because are you really doing? Are you really putting in practice the things that you need to do it? I ask my girls all the time this. And during the masterclass is the time that I'm going to be able to break down and have this deep conversation with you because I want you to think about this is, okay, if you're doing, I'm going to ask you, are you happy with your results? Are you happy with your results? I'm going to ask you because if you tell me that I already know, but you're not happy with the results, what is missing? What is missing? And then the one is, that doesn't work for me. And I think I want you to think about this. Once you start thinking about that doesn't work for me, works what? Sometimes we say that even not knowing what's going on behind. And I want you to think about like the single strategy, for example. And you're like, so Isa is just do, for example, split squats, which is an amazing exercise, a great exercise. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do a split squats, but it's that's it. I already know what to do. Do you really? Do you really know exactly what weight to use? Do you really know how many reps you're supposed to do? Do you know exactly how many weights, what exercise that comes before, what exercise that comes after? Do you see? So sometimes when you start thinking about I already know mentality, that really, really can hurt us. Now, I want you to come in with an open mind. I want you to come to the masterclass with an open mind. Why? Why was an open mind? Because I want you to imagine for 3 days. 3 days, forget everything that you know about fitness and health. And come with that open mind. And come with the mentality that I am going to listen to this woman because I am going to listen to her. Because I am tired and I'm done and I'm exhausted. And I am going to listen to her. Because I want to tell you this, which is so important. You know, I don't know if you know, but if you don't know, I'm Brazilian. And in Brazil, we have a lot of, I did judo growing up. And we have the belt in judo. And in judo, they keep saying that a lot. There's a phrase that is super important. And it resonates with me so much. It says, a black belt is a white belt that never quit. I'm going to say it again. A black belt is a white belt that never quit. But is that just not quitting that I'm going to look lean and feel stronger? No. It's not about just quitting. It's about doing the right things and not quitting. Because once you start seeing the results, we talk about motivation so much here in this community, so much. But when you start talking about, okay, hold on, you're telling me that if I do the right things, I'm going to see results. And if I see results, I'm going to get motivated. And when I get motivated, I'm going to be able to stick to the plan that is already giving more results to me. Yes. So instead of going to the frustration cycle, which I already explained that here, and I'm going to explain in detail in the masterclass, you're going to a different cycle that it's, okay, I'm seeing results, I'm getting excited, I'm going in the mirror and I'm seeing my body changing. I'm actually getting excited. So now I'm becoming that girl. I wrote down this. When did I write down? I think it was in the email. I wrote down this about by being the girl who puts the towel in the head instead the girl that what hides their body. So when you start doing this, you're like, okay, I get excited. But it's like not just showed up. It's showed up and get involved. We have the Telegram group. I'm there every single day. I'm asking questions. Go in, get involved, get excited, comment. I tell you, my girls inside our coaching group, the ones that showed up the most for the coaching calls, the ones that are active in the community, are the ones who see the fastest result. Why? Because you're the part of the environment. I just said that, right? So let's go. Number 3, principle number 3. Good, not 2, 3. People on Instagram, I have on YouTube the entire mind map for you. And if you want a copy of the mind map, just be on the Telegram. Isa, how do I get on the Telegram? The link's on my bio. Sign up for the masterclass because I'm going to go in details of those things, okay? Now, follow number 3, follow the recipe. It is a step-by-step. During the masterclass, I'm actually going to open my entire method. The step-by-step, what my girl's been doing, what I did in order to build that foundation. What foundation is it? The foundation I'm going to teach you how to build. And there's a rule here. There's a principle here. That means you have to build that foundation before you start breaking the rules. Now I want to know here. I want that this feeling you will have. Now I'm going to ask you here. How many times before you start building the foundation, I want in the comments, before you hit the foundation, how many times you broke the rules? Oh, Isa, what do you mean? Can you be more specific? Yes, I can. So you start a new training, you start a new diet, and then you're like, oh, let me do this. Oh, wait, don't mix recipes, right? Oh, hold on, somebody else is saying something. Let me go there. So somebody else is saying something else. Let me actually go there. So you look like the hopper. Who's the hopper? Come to the masterclass. You got to see it. So you become the program hopper. So you're no longer that person that is building a foundation. Oh, Isa, so is that just pick up the weight and go? No, we already talked about this. You need that step-by-step. Because once you see, I promise you, girls, especially for the new girls here, the OD girls, they already know me. But once you see the path, when you see, okay, it's just follow the path. You're telling me that I just need to follow the path. And I'm like, yes. Zoom out of everything. Stop missing the recipe because I am giving the exact recipe to build that lean body. Isa. So that means if I build the lean body, I'm going to be able to, instead of be trying and hitting the gym and stressing about burning the calories, I'm actually going to build a body that is actually going to do the work for me. Yes, you will. And once you start seeing that, you're going to close your eyes for the other recipes. Think about this. When I start cooking, I start doing a Brazilian recipe, which is called muqueca, which is a shrimp recipe. And if I go online, 100 million videos different about this recipe. And I start doing one, and then I start doing another. And then I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So it's the same thing with your training. Principle number 4. I love this one with a ton of my heart. Mari, I want you to listen this to me so with all your heart. Yeah, because I know you're here. Okay, Kat, same thing to you. So start a not to-do list. If you were inside the group, you already heard me saying this. Start a not to-do list. Why, Isa? What do you mean a not to-do list? Because we put so much stuff on our plate. So much stuff in our plates, don't we? We put too much stuff in our plates. And I get to a point that we're like, I'm suffocating because I have too many things to do. And now I'm overwhelmed and I'm tired. So what are you going to do? you're going to ask yourself, what is important to you? Not to me, not to the blogger, not to the fitness pro, to the fit pro, not to the fitness. What is important to you? And if you're doing something that is stealing from your confidence, we need to do another whole class just about confidence. But when you start doing something that is hurting you, that's when you will start doing the not to do list. Then you're going to start learning how to say no, because there's nothing that's going to give you more freedom to you to learn to say no. No to the things that are destroying your mindset, are destroying your confidence. Because once you do this, we now have more space to the other things. The same thing when the girls come to me, it's like, oh, Isa, I do not have time. I'm like, you do have time. You do have time. Now I'm going to ask you, what hurts the most? Oh, Isa, because, discipline is too hard. And then sticking to the plan is too hard. And I'm really having a hard time. And if this helping you girls, there's a little airplane over there. Click there and just start sending to your friends. And you're like, hey, come listen to the Brazilian chick here. She actually is telling something that is actually hitting inside. Okay? So send this to your girlfriends. And now you're going to say, okay, what hurts the most? Because Isa, I have no consistency. I hear this so much. Hi, Hailey, here. I hear this so much. I have no consistency. I don't have discipline. Now I'm going to ask you, what hurts the most? It hurts the most. Show up in the Telegram group, be active, comment, come to the class. And I need some heart there. Come to the class, or feeling the way you are feeling. Oh, Isa, but it's hard. It is hard. Is that impossible? No. And it's more hard. Check this out. It's more and more and more hard when you do not have that path. When you're working out your butt off, when you're doing exercise after exercise, and you're doing a bunch of stuff with no direction, and that is actually going to hurt even more. But when you have this strategy that you start seeing results from this strategy, you're like, oh, hold on. I can actually stick to this more. And that's the way that we do. But you need to show up for the classes. What classes? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the Masterclass. That's going to happen Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week, August 22nd, 24th, 26th. And the link is on my bio, and it's 100% free. 100% free. And the only thing you need to do is go on my bio, or if you're in YouTube, because you want to see this cool mind map that I created here, the link's down below. Deal? Now, sometimes we do this. I like this hardly. I listened to this from a guy that I really, really, really love him. And he was explaining this about, like, sometimes we don't want to do the hard things because we want to live easy. Because it is easy, sit down on the couch and do nothing. It is easy, just don't cook. Don't do the meal prep. It's easy. You just go and you order food because you don't want to do the harder thing, which is show up for yourself is the harder thing. But now I'm going to ask you, is that being easy to live like that? It's hard to live like that. Not easy, hard. Because you're doing the easy things, but you live in the hard thing. What about if I create systems for you? If I show you the path, if I show up for the path, man, I'm going to pin that comment right there. Like, everybody listen to Mandy right there. So what if we create little systems throughout the day to make those hard things become much easier? That's what I tell my girls every day. It needs to be so easy. It needs to be so easy that you can't say no. Because when you're saying yes to meal prep, but in a smarter way, get it? You're just going to start living the easy life. That life that you were like, okay, I'm just going to put all my clothes hidden in the back of my closet, and I'm going to bring them to the front because now I can wear them. And I'm going to get out of the shower with what? the freaking tower in my head instead of hiding my body. That's what it's all about. I am talking today. So look, there's 6 principles. Now it's number 5 already. I had to move because I had to see the thing. So now this is literally where we're just talking about. I think I just my thing. Number 5 is choose to be strategic. Ditch the magic pill. Listen to this. Choose a shortcut. Isn't a shortcut the same thing as a magic pill? No, it's not. And I'll fight you to say that it's not. Look, a magic pill is that thing that they promise you the world and then never happen. Or it's going to not be sustainable. But a shortcut is something that, for example, when I did my full transformation, it took me a year and a half. A year and a half. My girls in 6 months, they do a whole crazy transformation. And in the first month, they start seeing crazy results. In 2 months, imagine after 6 months. Imagine after 2 years. I'm going to post some of my girls' pictures after 2 years. And you won't believe. And I talked to her this weekend. And she was like, I am actually maintaining this for like a whole year now. And I was like, are you? Because we built that foundation that I'm talking about. You build the foundation. Okay? So now you can ditch you build instead of burn mentality. Instead of chasing the calories, instead of looking. I am talking to the girls that are signing up for the masterclass. And the more they tell me, and that's why I need you to come and share your voice with me, because I am adjusting this for you, because most of them are telling me that every time they start thinking about getting lean, they look for the classes that burn the most calories. And I'm like, no, because look, the math doesn't add up. You burn 700, 600 calories in a class, but then you eat 2 bananas and you boom, 600 calories is back. The math doesn't add up. If you're looking just for the classes to burn that calories, it's not going to work. What you need to do is you need to create that body that will increase your metabolism, that will burn the extra fat when you're off the gym, the 23 hours of the day that you have left. Do you see that now? You're like, okay, now actually I can see. I can see. Because when you tell me it's hard, it is hard. Because you keep hopping from one place to another with no GPS. Would you go to a brand new city? Like New York City. Would you go without a GPS driving there? No, you would never go. But why do you do this with your training? Why do you do this with your own body? You keep hopping from, I talked to so many girls this week, and one girl, she was like, oh, I do Pilates and I do kickboxing and I do this and I do that. And I'm like, and how are you feeling right now? And she was like, yeah, I don't see. I don't see. And I'm like, yes, because you make it harder. And it breaks my heart when I see girls doing that, because it's not that you're like not doing anything. Most of you guys are doing, but unfortunately, you're driving without a GPS, and it breaks my heart. Number 6. I wish my Instagram could see this. Number 6, do anyways. Oh, Isa, what do you mean? Choose although the circumstance. What are you going to do? Yes, you're going to choose although the circumstance, meaning instead of the circumstance, because life gets crazy. I tell that to my girls all the time. I'm like, listen to me. Think about this. I want you to think about this. In order to actually build this body that keeps telling you, you need to create that mindset of instead of the circumstance, I'm going to do it. You need a plan so strong that is going to sustain all the curved balls that life's going to throw to you, because life is going to get hard. Work is going to get crazy. The kids are going to get sick. But how can you keep moving? How can you keep moving? How can you do this and you still keep moving? I think I shared on my stories today. One of my girls, she went on vacation. She's like, I brought my dumbbells. I'm like, hell yeah. Another one, oh, I have to send that picture. Like all the community went crazy with Ziba. Ziba was camping, doing her training with like cast irons, doing like freaking get-ups. That's what I'm talking about. It's that hashtag, that mentality that we need to understand that there's no more excuse. You need to choose how you're going to feel this way, or just get a plan and get a system in place to get you moving. Because only like this, you're going to be able to build that freedom, to build that leaner body that we talk about so much here. Yeah, I'm very glad you need to hear that. Very, very glad. Now, I want you block your calendar, okay? Because we're going to have 3 episodes. Listen and pay attention. The first one, I'm going to teach you how you can discover how not seeing results in your training, why you're not seeing results in your training. And in fact, some of those mistakes, you could actually be killing. This is so important. Killing the chances of even looking lean and feel stronger. Isa, can you explain again? Yes, I can. Then the first episode, we're gonna talk about the mistakes that you might be doing. Because most of the times when I talk, like 100% of the time, okay, 98% of the time when I talk to women, that's my job, right? Spend a lot of time on DMs talking to women that reach out. And I'm like, about, what are you doing? And I'm like, look, what do you think you're doing correctly? It's actually the opposite what you're supposed to be doing. And she's like, I can't believe it. Why nobody's talked about this? I was like, that is a great question. Why should more people talk about this? Why? Don't get me started on this fitness industry, and then we can spend here the whole day. When is it? Is a Monday, the 22nd. Okay? You're going to block your calendar. You're going to block a morning time. Isa, what time? Pick any morning time, because I'm going to send the episode at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Okay? Super early. Now, you're going to block a morning time. Isa, why morning? Because in the morning, you're going to be nice and fresh. Your head's going to be fresh. It's not going to be after a crazy day. And you're going to set your butt and you're going to come to the class and you're going to go to the Telegram. Oh, Isa, I don't have a Telegram. Go on my page, click the button, download. Is an app just like WhatsApp. You download just for this week, and then you can get out after. But it's much, much better than WhatsApp. The episode number 2, you're going to learn how to train smarter to build a body. Keep our bodies. That body that I keep talking about. The body that burns extra fat, extra calories when you're not training. When you're not training after you finish your training. Much and much more. And this is important. When is that class? It's on Wednesday. That's when I'm going to open my entire method to you. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do with my girls. Yeah, I know. Now, the episode number 3, which is on Friday, you're going to access the entire step-by-step map. Why is that? So you can look leaner and feel stronger. So you can start experience the things that you are not doing. And I know that you're not doing, because I've been talking to you so much, right? I know, I appreciate that. Because look, what kind of experience is it? I want you to stop ditching that beach vacation that I know you've been ditching because you don't want to put a swimsuit. I don't want that for you anymore. We're done. We're done with that. We're done with hiding. We're hiding our bodies. We're done with feeling like crap, because that's what it's about. You look in the mirror and you're like, I don't recognize myself. And he's like, how do you even know that? Because I was there. And I talked to my girl. I have 15 years of experience talking to women. I know. And I know it hurts. And that's why I'm so passionate and frustrated about coming here and helping you. Isa, I'm coming. I know. I already signed up. I know what I need to do. The link is on my bio. Or you're just going to go and www. Yes, I need to put the www because we can't figure out the way it works without it. isadoragama.com/masterclass. That's it. You're going to sign up for free. You're going to get in the Telegram group. What's the Telegram group? It's just an app that I can send a message to you and you can talk to me. And nobody else is going to send a message to you, just me. And it's just about the Masterclass and about those lives that we do it. And you get the stuff, for example, this awesome mind map that I'm doing right now. I'm putting a copy there for everybody to have it so you can keep looking, keep remind yourself. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. And that's why I wanted to come here. Let me change this thing here. I wanted to come here and remind you this. Sometimes we do really need to listen to those things. Sometimes it's nice to be shaken, right? I know. Look, there's a question box right there. There is a comment. Come on my DMs. Tell me about how you feel right now. How can I help you the most? Answer the questionnaires that I'm sending to you as soon as you sign up. I send you an email, but email doesn't. They don't like me. Emails really don't like me. So if you can't find my email, check on the promotion box. Check on the other box. Deal? You're gonna do this, and you're gonna show up for yourself because what? We need to start focus, and then we need to drop the excuse and start building that body. Use a what body? That body that burns more calories. So we stop chasing the calories every time we go to the gym. Deal? Okay. Then I'll see you tomorrow for the next live. And I'll see you in the Telegram group. And if you're in the Telegram group, I'm going to ask a question there right now. Run there. I'll see you soon. Yeah.